right now. From Milwaukee, this is today's TMJ4, live at 5.
Right now at 5, a gray weekend in southeast Wisconsin. Rain putting a damper on Harley-Davidson's 115th anniversary celebrations, but certainly not stopping the fun altogether. Thanks for joining us tonight. So let's get right to Brian Niznansky with an update on the potential for flooding in some areas already hit hard by the rain earlier this week. Of course, you can keep tabs on the weather 24/7 by downloading our Storm Shield app, track rain with the live radar, and get alerts for severe weather in your exact location. A somber day in Washington as many pause to remember U.S. Senator John McCain. Former Presidents Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton among the thousands who packed the National Cathedral to pay their respects. NBC's Blaine Alexander has more from an emotional service.
After one final ride through Washington with a stop at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, Senator John McCain honored for more than 60 years of service.
He was a great warrior. He was a great American.
Today's service was the last of the public tributes. Tomorrow, Senator McCain's body will be laid to rest during a private ceremony and burial at his alma mater, the U.S. Naval Academy. A loud boom at a chemical plant in the Menominee Valley kept first responders busy this morning. Milwaukee firefighters were called to Materion Advanced Chemicals at 13th and St. Paul just before 6 a.m. There was no fire or smoke when they arrived, but crews cordoned off the area and brought in a hazmat team.
They use their expertise and the meters that they have to determine that at this point we don't have any hazards in the area or any hazards that have been released.
Investigators think a sealed container with some type of undisclosed chemical inside overpressurized, causing the explosion. At least 10 employees were in the building, but thankfully none of them were hurt. A search for a Wisconsin pilot is underway after the small plane he was flying crashed in Michigan. It happened last night. The pilot, the only person on board when the plane went down in Lake Huron after it took off from Mackinac County Airport. And a Wisconsin father and his 3 young children died while kayaking on Lake Superior Thursday, but the man's wife, the mother of those kids, somehow survived after being stranded in the cold water for hours. The family's 13-foot kayak filled with water near Bayside when the weather changed quickly and a strong wind in the area picked up. They were all wearing their life jackets. There were 3 separate shootings just last night in Milwaukee, all stemming from arguments. Hours later, the family of a man shot and killed 1 month ago organized a rally it hopes will bring change. Brandon Rook was there and joins us now with more.
No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace!
Also in Milwaukee, police want you to help them find this teenager. 13-year-old Roxanne Lastard took off from her home on Milwaukee's east side last night. Police say it was after a fight with her mom. If you see her or know perhaps where she might be, call MPD as soon as you can. JCPenney's Customer Care Center in Wauwatosa is now closed for good. That became official today. The company says it no longer needs the 2 million square foot warehouse. It also served as a distribution center. Now that facility employed more than 650 people. The closing comes after the closing of many JCPenney stores and an effort to streamline operations in a changing retail industry. Baseball not the focus at Miller Park today. Instead, it was all about the smooth moves of Harley-Davidson riders. Police officers and civilians competed in an obstacle course race that used more than 3,000 orange traffic cones. Points are deducted if any of those cones are tipped over or tapped. The course is meant to show off skills, speed, and precision. The riders make it look easy, but it's actually really hard.
There's a lot of talented riders, and to be able to be a part of it all and compete with them is a true honor, and it's a great opportunity for us to represent the Milwaukee Police Department.
And if looking down on the course from above, some of the cones spell out 115 HD in honor of Harley's big anniversary. There was also sand racing at Bradford Beach and vertical racing at Little Switzerland today. Then tonight brings big concerts and parties all over town. Now for a full list of free events, just head to tmj4.com/rockstarsummer. Up next, where water shortages and power outages, all caused by extreme heat, are causing clashes between police and protesters. Plus, take a look at this video. Road rage taken to a whole new level. A woman caught on video attacking a bus. What led to this and where it happened, coming up.
You're watching today's TMJ4 with Katie Crowther, Storm Team 4 meteorologist Elysia Wilson, and Rod Burks, Sports.
Protesters in Iraq clashing with riot police over a shortage of water. This video is from the city of Basra. Protesters stormed government buildings and set fires there while demanding better public services and more jobs. The city currently suffering from power outages and water shortages, all as summer temperatures soar above 100 degrees. And a minor car accident leads to a violent outburst in Washington, D.C. A woman gets out of her car and starts hitting a bus with a car jack. A passenger on the bus took this video. Police say the woman's car was clipped by the bus. She was so angry she went on the attack, then walked back to her car. The bus driver stood in front of her car and called police. The woman eventually took off with him on the vehicle's hood. The driver fell off, but thankfully was not seriously injured. Police eventually caught up with the woman and arrested her. Now to a consumer alert. Some weightlifting equipment has been recalled after more than 24 people were injured while using it. Some even left paralyzed or with spinal fractures. The recall includes 2 different models of Cybex Smith press machines made between '89 and 2009. You should stop using this equipment immediately and contact Cybex for a refund. Still ahead, we're getting a little break from the rain, but unfortunately it's not going to last long. Brian Niznansky times out when it will get wet again, coming up next. Rain or shine, the annual labor parade in St. Francis goes on. The FBI office on South Lake Drive tweeted these photos of the parade and wished everyone a safe holiday weekend. Storm Team 4 now, the rain has tapered off, but more is likely. Brian Niznansky here with your Storm Team forecast. Thanks, Brian. Now here's a look at what's on TV tonight. College football starts at 6:30 when Notre Dame hosts Michigan. Then, as always, more local news, weather, and sports coming up on Live at 10. The Chicago Bears pull off a blockbuster trade today, and the cuts are in for the Green Bay Packers. Who's out of a job after today's cuts and who made the roster? Rod Burks is up next. Your estimated jackpot for the Badger 5 lottery, now $84,000. And here are last night's Mega Millions numbers popping up on your screen. The Mega Ball is 17, Mega Plier times 3. Thanks for joining us tonight. We hope to see you right back here at 6. NBC Nightly News is up next.